Hello all, Chris Clues here, speaker and author of the book series, What 80s Pop Culture Teaches Us About Today's Workplace, with another nugget of workplace and life wisdom from an 80s movie. This one we're going to be talking about fantastically underrated sports movie from 1985, VisionQuest. Starring Matthew Modine, plays Louden Swain, great name. He is an 18-year-old kid wrestler, and he decides that he wants to wrestle Shoot, who is a multi-state champion. So he drops some weight to wrestle Shoot. He wants to make his mark. His best friend is played by Michael Schaffling. If you don't know that name, you may know the name Jake Ryan. So all you Jake Ryan fans out there, another chance to see him. And in a bit part, in a club scene, or a bar scene, I should say, there's this just small singer named Madonna who's singing Crazy for You in the background. She plays a bar singer. Pretty awesome thing about 80s movies. You go back and you see all these really awesome, interesting, famous people getting their start. So highly recommend this movie on a number of levels, including the great lesson that we are going to talk about. Now, Louden works at a hotel in room service, and there's a short order cook there named Elmo. Elmo becomes one of his best friends, really supports him in his journey with wrestling, and he's really nervous, Louden is, about his wrestling match that night. And he's not sure if he wants to go through with it. He goes to Elmo's apartment, wondering if he might be there. And of course he is. And he's surprised. And he says, "Hey, why are you here? Like, why aren't you at work?" And he says, "Well, I'm going to go see you wrestle, dummy." And Loudon says, "But aren't you losing money being here tonight?" And he says, "Hey, man, there are a lot more things more important in life than money." And he starts to explain to Loudon why he's taking the night off to go see Loudon wrestle. And he says this incredible monologue that you can look up on YouTube. He starts talking about Pele, the great soccer player. And he's saying how he was watching TV and he saw Pele do this amazing kick and score a goal. And all the people in the stands start jumping up and down and cheering. They're going crazy. And Elmo says, "I found myself in front of the TV crying because somebody of the same human race as me could do something so fantastic and so amazing." And he looks at Loudon and he starts talking to him in wrestling terms. Now in wrestling, there are 3 2-minute periods. And he says, it ain't the 6 minutes. It's what you do in those 6 minutes. And so he's talking to him about those 6 minutes, and inside of those 6 minutes, what you do. And what he's teaching us is that you can either mark the time or make your mark. Those 6 minutes, if we look at those as life, right? We have 6 minutes of life. And what are you going to do inside of those 6 minutes to make your mark? Not all of us are given those 6 minutes. Some have 1 minute or 2 minutes or 4 minutes, but it's what you do inside of those minutes that really matters. We all mark the time with our birthdays and anniversaries, and these are important. But what are you going to do to make your mark? You don't have to become known by one name like Madonna or Prince or Elvis or Pele, but maybe make your mark in your community or with your family or in your industry, because that's ultimately going to be your legacy. So remember, Louden Swain, an 18-year-old wrestler from the movie VisionQuest, taught us a really important lesson about life. You can mark the time or you can make your mark. Again, this is Chris Clues, speaker and author of the book series, What 80s Pop Culture Teaches Us About Today's Workplace. Don't forget about me and stay rad, everybody.